Hey guys, Bill here. Quick video. Yeah, talking about some of the nicer stuff you can put into a bathroom. So, some upgrades you can do to your bathroom, and a lot of this stuff we just do it. It's a better quality product for our clients. But one of the main things you can do, and it's actually not that much more expensive, really, is the grout. Um, I can't tell you how many times a year clients or homeowners will tell me, "Listen, like I hate cleaning grout. I hate it, or it crumbles, or it cracks, or whatever." There could be a bigger underlying issue behind that. It could just be the batch wasn't mixed properly in the factory. It could be it wasn't mixed on site, and there are some really cool products from Latacrete where it really takes a lot of that headache away. It's almost like an epoxy grout, if you know what I'm talking about. We can get super nerdy on this right now. Um, but the benefits of this is that it comes pre-mixed from the factory, so we don't have to mix it. It's called Spectral Lock One. It's by far my favorite grout. Um, it, During COVID, there was a lot of supply chain issues, but there's also a lot of manufacturing issues. Spectral Lock One for me was consistently always really good. We had a lot of other grouts that failed or cracked on us. Still followed the directions, and they still cracked. And it wasn't anything that we did wrong. It was a bad batch of grout. So we have since switched over to Latacrete's Spectral Lock One. It's super easy to work with. It doesn't stain, so it's really easy to clean. Whatever color it dries, it stays like that. I'm gonna get gross on you right now for a second, but let's say you've got soap scum or whatever. Um, no mold is gonna grow on that. And you literally just wipe this stuff off or clean it normally. I think it's after 30 days you can get pretty harsh with it, um, and you're good. And it comes right back to the original color and shine, as long as it's installed properly. It's a good installation. Um, Houses can move and it can crack like that, and it's not the grout's fault. But that grout in particular, for the amount of money you're spending, it's such a cheap, easy upgrade. It might be, I don't know, an extra 100, $200, and for a whole bathroom remodel, that's like pennies, really. The other upgrade you can do, which we're really into, is doing a curbless shower. So we're actually doing two curbless showers in this house. Now, with a curbless shower, it's very European. You're seeing it more in the U.S. now, especially for older couples or people who want to age in place, which is pretty common these days. And that is literally to have a flat transition from your bathroom floor into your shower pan with a slight slope with the shower pan. It's much more comfortable to get into than stepping up over a wet curb, the shower curb they're called. We've done both. I love building curbless entries. There's a couple things you need to think about though when you're doing it though, is that when you do it, you either need to raise the height of the floor, usually it's 3/4 of an inch, or you need to lower the shower pan 3/4 of an inch. Sometimes you have to do both. It depends on the flooring you choose. It depends on the thickness of subfloor. Are there multiple layers on it? And so when we cut into it, we might have the best laid plans or intentions, and we cut into the flooring, and it's different than what we thought. So for this house, for example, we were able just to go ahead and cut into it and then lower it down. Maybe your bathroom is concrete and slab on grade, and we're not able to actually cut into it. So the option there is to then go ahead and raise the floor in your bathroom. Now the caveat with that is that it's going to make a little bit of a transition lip, usually around the shower door, the bathroom door is where we put it. So in between the living space, let's say over here in your bathroom, you might be just a little bit off like that. And usually it's around like, half inch, usually less than that, if we can't lower the shower pan, that's saying. So it's one to think about. And we can go ahead and we can try and figure it out. I mean, literally cut a hole in your floor to see, but it's one of those situations where many times there might be multiple layers of flooring and we just don't know until we get into it. But yeah, a curbless shower is a really cool upgrade. Another upgrade that's really popular up here in the Northeast is heated floors. Big fan of heated floors. We're putting it in our bathrooms whenever I have time to redo them. So heated floors are really cool. What I will say is that heated floors don't think of them as like an accessory heat source for the room. Okay. It's more of a creature comfort. When you get up in the morning, and you can program these so it automatically turns it on like that before you even get up to take a shower. The tile is already warming, so when you step on it, it's not cold on your feet. It's pretty sweet. Um, the other huge benefit of this is that if the tile and grout gets wet, it actually dries it out. So tile assemblies actually last a lot longer when you heat a floor, particularly in showers. So, if you get your tile wet and speed up, this will basically just evaporate any water that's on top of it. It dries out every single time in a very short order. So it's kind of cool. Is this a luxury item? Absolutely. A lot of bathrooms don't need it. I mean, no bathroom needs it, but it's a pretty sweet one to have. The other thing, and this is kind of like the ultimate luxury, and this is one thing we're doing for our master shower when I redo it, is to have a heated tile floor assembly that's curbless. It's trickier to go ahead and do a heated floor assembly in a shower. You typically use multiple heating elements instead of just one for the whole room. Part of that is in case like something goes wrong, you only have to fix the one section, not tear the whole floor up essentially. But yeah, it's a really, really cool thing to add. And I recommend it. I mean, if you're spending the kind of cash to go ahead and do a bathroom remodel, again, it's not that much more expensive. It can be if you have to, run a new line all the way to your panel. It's on the other side of the house. There's no easy way to get there. Then yeah, that could be expensive. But typically, I mean, most homeowners are spending between like 8 to 12,000 to go ahead and upgrade that. So something to think about, when you go ahead and redo your bathroom. The last big luxury item that we love is a heated towel rack. It's pretty Gucci, as I call it. But it's nice because if you're like me, I wake up in the morning and I need to shower. It's a habit. It's a thing. I think actually while I shower about work or life or whatever. And then when I get home, I'm usually covered in sawdust. So my wife makes sure I shower before bed. So anyway, I would either have to have, like, this is, sounds trivial, but it's the truth, and I'm kind of laughing now, but I would either have to have multiple towels during that day and like rotate them, or with a heated towel rack, that thing is going to be dry in a couple hours. So for anyone who's a gym goer, stuff like that, and especially in the wintertime, like having a warm towel it's sweet to have, compared to just a cold, wet towel, or a towel that's just, maybe not wet, but it's not totally dry yet. It's cold in the wintertime. So yeah, those are the biggest ones that we like. Trying to think what else. A couple other cool upgrades. A lighted shower niche. That one's pretty sweet. You're seeing more of those, around. There's a lot of pre-planning when it comes to that with the wiring. So if you do want that, it's probably not one I would save towards the end because it might be cost prohibitive to, if we do all of our waterproofing, to then tear it back up to run wire, to then have to re-waterproof it. So it kind of gets cost prohibitive. But it is pretty cool when you go ahead and flip a switch on. There's an additional light source there. Yeah, like smart technology. I mean, you can go ahead and kind of go nuts with that too in bathrooms. And that's one that's constantly changing and evolving. Timers for the heated floors, those are awesome. There are some smart ones now that can go ahead and learn like your pattern. You can pre-program it out throughout the week, and it flips on automatically for a heated towel rack or like the floor. Could be lights, could be multiple shower valves, stuff like that. That's a cool upgrade. Steam shower. Haven't talked about that one yet. Steam showers are a really cool upgrade to do in your shower. And this is one we're doing for our house. So I can document to kind of showcase the kind of deal. And that's one that the way you build a steam shower is totally different than a traditional shower. Sounds similar, it's not. It's very, very complicated. And there's a right and a wrong way to do it. So things you want to look out for a steam shower, if you're going to do one, you have to have a sloped ceiling. Because if you get condensation on the ceiling of your shower, it's just going to drip straight down. So I think it's like a 15% angle you need to have. I'll look it up, but like that, you do want to have some kind of slope to it. It's generally like a 1/4 inch per foot, I believe is their math. Because if you don't, then that cold water that goes up to the ceiling is just going to rain back down on you. So it's a steam shower with cold rain. So not that comfortable. That's a really cool one to do for sure. But again, it takes a lot of planning. Like, where's the plumber going to go ahead and put the unit that creates the steam? You know, you pretty much always have to have floor to ceiling glass for that. The seals have to be really good. The fans have to be really good to evacuate the steam. Um, Really cool process, really luxury item, but it just takes that forethought, you know? So I guess if you take nothing else away from this is if you're planning your luxury bathroom or, you know, your luxury item in your bathroom, just think about it. What do you really want in that space, you know? And yeah, just give us a heads up. Let us know. Let us know about the videos. Any questions, comments, like and subscribe. And yeah, we'll talk to you guys in the next one.